Cori,
Yes.
we're here in Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
You're homeless.
Yes, I am.
Tell me about it.
I've been homeless ever since 17 in different states. In LA, I've only been homeless here for 4.5 months, which is around the same time I've been in the shelter as well with my 8-month-old. But I will no longer be there by the 28th of March, which is this month. Honestly, I am scared because I haven't even looked for any type of stable housing, which they say they were going to help me with that, but haven't at all.
Well, so first off, you are disabled and can't work.
No, I can't work because I was born with Asperger's. I've been diagnosed since 3, and that has gave me Social Security. I get $795 a month, and that would not cover anything.
And somebody agrees. And who's this?
Oh, this is my 8-month-old daughter. Her name is Cordelia. Oh, yes.
You two are beautiful.
When she was born, she was only born 3 weeks early from her due date.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
So what people don't know is that many shelters, family shelters, have a 90-day limit. And those are the contracts. So they give you 90 days and then they kick you out. But what person gets their life back, especially when there's no housing, in 90 days?
And you have a child at that.
Yeah, it's a stupid rule. Stupid rule. Oh my gosh. It's so stupid.
And it's not only happening to me. There's other women that's at the same shelter that I've been staying there for the past 4.5 months. It's like it happened to them. And I see them one minute and then next thing you know, they're gone. There's another resident talking about they gotten kicked out. You didn't know that? I'm like, how? When? Well, you're always selling your art. Of course you wouldn't know. This mom just gotten kicked out with her whole infant last week. 2 weeks before then, they're a friend of mine. She has 3 older kids. She gotten kicked out.
Right.
So it's like I just don't know what to do.
What's going on here?
Oh, I'm selling art. Selling my art and vintage jewelry.
Good luck.
Thank you. You guys are an amazing couple.
I used to make jewelry when I used to go to the prayer one.
Oh,
Your baby?
thank you. Yeah, she's 8 months old.
Enjoy her.
Oh, yes.
What is her name?
Cordelia.
Celia. That was my godmother's name.
Oh,
Okay.
thank you, loves. Bye-bye. Hi, I'm doing good. Selling art and vintage jewelry someone donated to me.
Well, this caught my eye.
Oh, yes, oh,
A
yes.
lot. How much are you selling that
Oh, I can just give it to you for $3.
for? Oh my gosh, no, I can pay 5. What's your daughter's name?
Cordelia.
Hi.
Say hi, Mama. Thank you.
You guys have some nice weather out here.
Oh, yes, I love the weather. It reminds me of Florida.
Are you from Florida?
Yeah.
Where from Florida?
Miami.
Okay, I have a friend she went to school in Gainesville. Yeah, it's the Gators.
Oh, I love them. I love
So
them.
fun. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. Enjoy your watch, love.
Have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
Well, that's a good segue into two things, because first, people don't understand how much art helps with purpose. It's not only a talent, but it helps with healing and purpose and mental health and provides an income.
Oh yeah, when I was younger with my Asperger's, I kind of suffered with it more because I wasn't able to express my feelings the way I wanted to. So the only way I could express myself is through art. I drew my feelings out. And ever since then, I just gotten better with it. You know, add a little bit more detail, a little bit more vibrant colors. And it just stuck with me ever since.
Yeah. Well, show me some of your art.
Oh yes, oh yes. Now, I have one of my childhood favorites. As you can see, there's Sesame Street, Cookie Monster, Elmo, and Big Bird.
Yeah. And you set up at 8 a.m., it looks like.
Yep, I do.
And you do custom art.
Yes.
Oh, and you got a YouTube video that's from yesterday. Somebody came and you shared that with me. Oh, you contacted me and asked me to come.
Yes.
Which is awesome.
I made a baby dinosaur. His name is Dial. I also drew Coco Melon because, you know, every single child and toddler loves Coco Melon on YouTube. Especially my 8-month-old. She goes crazy for it. I made Apollo 18, one of my favorite subjects when it comes to space. I love astronauts, by the way. Neil Armstrong is one of my favorites. Squid Game is the next one. It's a popular Netflix show that's going around and everybody is going crazy for it.
Yeah.
So that's why I drew it. This, even though I am not a 49ers fan, unfortunately, I drew it for the Super Bowl, but everyone was actually buying my Rams artwork instead of the 49ers.
Yeah.
So I decided to just keep it until someone actually wanted.
Yeah. Well, here, before we go too much farther, you got an important sign right here.
Oh yes, that is my Cash App.
So those of you watching,
everything that is sent to my Cash App automatically
goes to
this Cash App card.
So
it's my Cash App.
Those of you watching, this is a good cause. She needs a place to stay. If you don't have a place in 2 days, if they don't extend your stay, then you're going to live in a tent, you said.
Yep.
And we cannot allow that to happen.
That's the only option I have. I have a tent at the shelter under my bed.
Oh my gosh.
It fits two
You have a
people.
tent under your shelter, under your bed. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Oop, your baby wants you. I think that's good on the... She's the important one.
Yeah. And it's kind of scary because when I was at a street watch event last night, listening to most of the homeless that have passed away because they gotten kicked out of Echo Park a while back, it actually broke my heart because them being in Echo Park, they was there for safety. Now they have to sleep somewhere they don't even know. They don't even know the area most of the times. It's unsafe and people get hurt when you're not in a safe area. And last night I was actually thinking about that because if I'm gonna sleep outside in a tent, I have an 8-month-old to worry about. And I don't need anything happening to me or her at the end of the day.
For every homeless person, it's scary. And for a single mom to be out here that's disabled, oh my gosh. And I know from past history that nobody should end up homeless. The system should click in and work for everybody, but it goes into overdrive for when there's a kid outside, and every time we have put up a video about a kid outside, they have swooped in, and I am going to send this to the service providers where you're at. So hopefully they will extend your stay and hopefully find you a place of your own.
Oh, yes.
Because you and your gorgeous daughter and everybody, housing is a human right.
Oh, yes.
So tell me about homelessness. You're homeless in several states.
Yes, I have.
You're not, this is what people don't understand is people move for better opportunities.
Yes.
And it's, whether you're housed or unhoused, people come to Los Angeles or New York or Cleveland, Ohio, or wherever because they're trying it where they are, they can't make it, and so they move to try to make it someplace else.
Oh, yes. When I was pregnant with my firstborn, being homeless in Miami and being 18, it's like, it was scary. It was really scary because, mostly at night, because you're pregnant and you have to worry about anything and everything that might be a threat to you and your unborn child. You got to do everything to make sure your unborn child is okay and healthy. Shoot, I mean, I could sit back and tell you how I had to deal with creeps being pregnant, having to watch my stuff, having to actually lay down and sleep on my stuff so nobody in the middle of the night wouldn't take it, having to sleep in parks and under bridges and hard stone concrete that we walk on as far as now, how it would be so uncomfortable, how I would toss and turn knowing that I'm pregnant, I can't do this, I have to be comfortable, and there was no comfortability whatsoever. Poor hygiene, because restaurants around there in Miami Beach, they're so snobby. They don't want nobody to use the bathrooms, especially towards homeless people.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's very heartbreaking. It really is. And I was at the point where I just started being an adult and I didn't know anything or how to take care of a baby. This is my first baby. It was my first time. I was in a new area. I was away from home. I didn't know what to do. So I guess I decided to draw. Like now, I don't have the equipment that I did back then. When I first started, I only had a black permanent marker and a cardboard box. What I would do is cut the cardboard box or rip it into tiny little squares, no big as the squares that I use now. And I just draw on them. I didn't have any colored markers, no crayons, no colored pencil. It was just black and white on a cardboard. And I would just lay it down wherever I was sitting at, drawing, and the tourists or children that comes and pass by me, they would want one, and they would give me like $2-3 for it. I would make at least $60 a night. I would use half of it for food and just keep the other half. I was 18, but I didn't have an ID to get a room, so that was out of the question. But at least I had food and water to help me, and ended up getting more supplies at that time. But I've saved up some money. I moved to Key West, Florida. I was 5 months pregnant at the time. I was living in a shelter then, but it was mostly for single people. There was a lot of homeless people there due to the Category 5 hurricanes that happened there. And I left once again because Key West doesn't have any housing. All the housing has been destroyed. So there's nothing else left. And you have to wait at least months and months to years to get housing because they're rebuilding everything. due to the disaster. So what I did, I saved some more money and packed up and moved to North Carolina. I was in a family shelter in North Carolina. I was 8 months pregnant then with my first still. I stayed in North Carolina until I gave birth to my child. I left when she was about almost a week old because I signed up for housing authority, but they told me it would take 2 to 4 years for me to get an actual solid place there. And I was like, I can't keep running around doing this. I have a whole child now. I can't wait 2 to 4 years for that. So I went back to Florida. And I reached out to my dad's side of the family, which was a huge mistake because now I'm being judged and they wanted to take my child from me. So because of that, I left and went to New York. My child was at least 3 months at that time. I was in another shelter with my child. And before I could even get my first place within that month, she passed away due to pneumonia. So the next day I had to move in my house alone without my child. I gotten into a very deep depression and I relapsed back to drinking. I've been 5 years clean.
Congratulations.
It just took a toll on me. I've been there for about a month and I lost my 2-bedroom house because me being so depressed with SSI, to keep your benefits, you have to do an assessment every 3 to 6 months. And I have missed that assessment. Around that time, I was arranging funerals and everything.
Right.
So SSI cut off. I didn't have money for that 1st of March. And you know how New York state landlords are. If you don't have their rent, they kick you out the same day. So I was just like, forget it. I left everything at that place. I just took my purse and all my personal items and my baby's stuff that I had from the hospital when she deceased, and I just left.
Oh my gosh.
I went back to Florida.
Right.
Which was a mistake. I fell back into drinking again.
But you've got 5 years sober now.
Yes. And I ended up pregnant. And with twins this time. So, after that, I was about 5 months pregnant. And something happened to my twins.
I'm so sorry.
One of them, my first baby, her name is Dakota. She was actually growing on my placenta, face down. So it was very difficult to have 2 twins, but one of them was literally connecting to you, to something that my other twin wasn't getting enough nutrients from. So I had to go back to New York to get a procedure done called a twin-to-twin procedure. And I had, basically what I had to do was I had to technically clamp Dakota's cord,
Right.
just so her sister can survive. And they did tell me before the procedure it could be a 50-50 chance that my other twin would make it or not. So the procedure was a success. After I was healing for a couple of hours, my doctor came in to check my other twin. Unfortunately, there was no more heartbeats.
Oh wow.
So her sister passed with her.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I guess by next week I had to go back to Florida to my hospital and give birth to them at 5 months pregnant. They told me they would have been able to save them if I was at least 26 weeks, but I was only 20 weeks pregnant at the time.
Oh, wow.
And all of that happened when it was my firstborn's birthday. So I was really jacked up because my twins that I lost, and I just lost a whole daughter a couple of months before that. So it's like it was really messing with me.
So when did you come here? Because if I don't change the subject, I'm going to cry right here on the streets. Oh my gosh. You're a very strong woman.
A year later, I moved to Nevada from Florida.
Wow. And all going through the homeless services system.
I ended up pregnant again. Here she is.
Yeah.
This was my last pregnancy. I didn't find out I was pregnant until 3 months after the fact, before I moved to Nevada. So when I found out I was pregnant with her, I was like, oh no, I can't be in Florida anymore. So I moved to Nevada. Nevada was okay, you know, it was pretty good. I liked the casinos and everything.
I don't like Vegas. How do you like it here? We're getting a little long here, so how do you like it here in Los Angeles?
It's bigger. I like the hospitality here. It's more family oriented, you know, and I like that. I'm a very family oriented person. Pet friendly too.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, I know everybody else agrees with me. Pot is legal. Pot is legal. That's the main reason pot is legal.
Oh my gosh. You are a very strong, amazing, independent, creative woman. So, I'm going to show everybody your Cash App again.
Oh yes. It is Cortifa
And
20.
it'll be down into the description.
Mm-hmm. It's
And
Cortifa 20.
I'm going to get this up right away because on the 28th is your last day in the shelter.
It is.
And we do not want you in a tent. No.
I don't even want to be there, honestly.
No, I mean, they'll, yeah, no. Oh my gosh, I could talk to you all day. If you had 3 wishes, what would they be?
Well, if I have 3 wishes, I would like to be like Picasso one day. My second wish is to make sure my daughter has everything she needs in the world. Even if I can't give it to her, I try to the best way I can and know how. And number 3, to keep living. I can't live forever, but right now I just want to stay alive because I have a responsibility that I have to think about and take care of for the rest of my entire life.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you very much for talking to me.
Thank you.
It's been extremely encouraging to meet you.
Yes, as well as you too.